How are we doing, boys? Welcome back to another Shroomy TV video. Obviously not posted in a little while, just try to accumulate my thoughts on the market, as obviously the thesis on this bull run has been invalidated, and I'm now pretty confident we're going to be going into, well, we are in a bear market, and we will most likely get a bottom between now and October of this year before resuming higher. And I'll be covering the PMI, which has now went into expansion for the first time in a few months, and lots of other charts, including the stablecoin dominance. And obviously, this fractal I brought up from when the 2021 cycle topped, I said I thought we would come down, maybe sweep the lows and go, but we have just completely fallen off a cliff here. We've went down initially a 36%, we then had a bear flag, and then we've capitulated another 36%. Now, I think it's safe to say we have followed this fractal, which comes from all the way back in the 2021 peak when we bottomed out in here. This is where that comes from, and the simulation that is repeating to an absolute T. And yeah, so everything I've said about altcoins, I still believe that altcoins are going to get this massive run. We've got loads of money printing that we've seen in the last 5 years, basically. Loads of money printing, and I think it's just delayed. I think we're just going to need Bitcoin to go into its 4-year low, which we've seen Bitcoin repeat 4-year cycles. I think we're going to have to see that first before we can start seeing altcoins going up. So Bitcoin was putting in higher lows and higher highs, and then it's now putting a lower low basically, and change structure again on the total crypto market cap. We see from 2017, 9 years of this resistance. We've lost that. On the total 2 again from 2017, this massive resistance of support, we've lost that. Total 3 again, this massive resistance from support from 2017, lost that. Others chart again, we've lost that as well. So I think, and again, the stablecoin dominance, Tether dominance, and circle dominance is painting the same picture again. We've seen this massive area between 8.7 and about 9.3 being this massive support and resistance area, and we've rallied right through it, and we're now sitting about 10.7% of stablecoin dominance, which when we've seen it down at about 5% back in March of 2024 and December of 2024. That was the 2 times that altcoins had a wee bit of euphoria in the market. Like, for example, in December of 2024, XRP ran 500% into that. This massive rally into Donald Trump coming into office, this crypto president, and unfortunately, all of us have kind of fell for that narrative of him being the crypto president and doing great things. And 2025 turned out to be a terrible year for literally everything except Bitcoin. And then obviously Bitcoin is now corrected from 126% all the way down to about 59k, now sitting at 70k, and that is down massively. Again, this actually looks okay until we had this 10th of October crash, which is when you can see the massive uptrend and people stabling up in the market, getting into stable coins. And when we started stabling up here, I thought potentially we could have rejected off this area like we did on the 5th of August in 2024 when there was Japan market troubles, and then we corrected, came down, and altcoins done well. We then had the tariff fears all the way from Trump coming in to about April, and then we came down, got money going back into the market. Again, I thought we could have rejected here, but instead we've blasted through it 2 weeks ago now, and we're well above it, and I think that signifies the bear market, to be honest. So whilst the Russell's in all-time highs, and there's been a correlation with the total 2 for the last 5 years, and whilst the PMI has just expanded above 50, I think the only thing that matters is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to go down and go into its 4-year lows, then I think altcoins are going to go down further, to be honest. So yeah, that is where I am at the moment at the market. I do see great opportunity though. Prices are down. Bitcoin was at 126k, people would buy then. Now it's at 60k. Could it go lower? Yes. Will it go lower? probably, yeah, if it continues to follow that fractal and we go into the 4-year cycle lows, which would be about October time of 2026, but people are saying this is kind of a lot, it's been falling a lot quicker than it has, so we might get a relief rally on Bitcoin, which means altcoins would get a relief rally. But as I said, the totals broke down on like a 9-year support, total 2's broke down a 9-year support, total 3 the same, and others is broken down like a 4-year support. So, and then obviously stablecoins has broken out of this massive range we've been in, which isn't great. And basically in the last 2 weeks, the total crypto market cap, excluding stablecoins, has also broken down from this 9-year support, which we bounced off in 2019, came just below in the COVID, but managed to recover it the following weeks, bounced off it in December 2022, October 2023, and now we're back below it in this massive kind of rising wedge channel, which is the same kind of pattern that we've got in the total crypto market cap, the total 2, the total 3. And yeah, with Bitcoin the way it is, if Bitcoin keeps going down into its 4-year cycle low, I'd expect altcoins in the whole crypto market cap to go down further in that period. And then later this year, I'm going to be looking to take a lot of advantage of that. And then when stablecoins get to that area at the top, hopefully we can look to scale back into the market. And yeah, although altcoins are down, I think they could go down further. So for me, selling some of them and then getting back in at the lows, everyone's strategy is going to be different, but for me, this is just my plan at the minute. And yeah, it looks like crypto winter, the bear market's here for the next 3 to 8 months potentially, and then find that 4-year cycle bottom on Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin bottoms out, I'll be looking to redeploy. I know altcoins are already at their 4 or 5 year lows against Bitcoin as well, so I think there's lots of opportunity in the market. Buying low and selling high is the aim of the game, and a lot of stuff is low. Bitcoin's at 70k, it was at 126k. So for me, if I was accumulating for the long term, potentially it's an area I add. But could it go lower? Most likely. So again, just an update that the bull thesis has not gone to plan. And maybe this is a good thing that we get the 4-year lows first and we can stock up ahead of what is going to be money printing and the business cycle going into expansion. And whereas this cycle that's just been, we've had the PMI in contraction, we've had QT, we've not had any money printing, and the cycle coming up when Bitcoin hopefully bottoms out in its 4th year around October time of this year, this cycle is going to be completely different because we're going to have money printing, not having QT, we're going to have QE, we're going to have the business cycle and expansion. Hopefully it's been in the longest contraction we've seen, over 3 years of a contraction on the business cycle. And yeah, I think this cycle has been very difficult for a lot of people. So yeah, all eyes on Bitcoin for the remainder of this year basically. Unfortunately, I do believe the bull thesis has been invalidated and it's not going to happen this year. I think this year is going to be bearish for now. And then I'll look to take advantage of the lows at the end of the year. And yeah, I still think the total targets for the total 2 etc that I had, I think they'll still be valid after this bear market's over, and that'll be the areas I'm targeting again. But for the meantime, I think Bitcoin needs to find that 4-year low, and then we can go again into a new cycle with different things in place, like QE instead of QT, a business cycle and expansion instead of contraction, and stuff like that. I think I was just a bit premature saying the 5-year cycle, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be another 4-year cycle where Bitcoin bottoms again, just like it did in 2022. In here again, looks very similar, and yeah, the bears have won for now, but I'm going to stay here, keep showing up, and when the right time comes, I will be taking advantage of this. Now obviously, if Bitcoin continues to follow this, we'll keep going down. However, we could have a reaction here and a relief rally to trap the bulls in, but